In this video, we're going to talk about a real-world example of how we apply Pythagorean Theorem to find a missing side. So recall that Pythagorean Theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where a and b represent the legs of the right triangle, and c is the hypotenuse. So just taking a quick visual, the two legs that connect the right angle, those are the a and b values. The hypotenuse across from the right angle is c. So a lot of examples that you might see in the real world, construction, engineering, things like that. But, you're not always going to see that in the career that you choose. So one example I see it a lot is when I'm doing projects or DIY around the house. So I made this trellis here for our front yard. And the plans that I got gave certain dimensions. Well, I didn't necessarily want to replicate the exact dimensions. So I have this front landscaping here, my mulch that slopes away from the house, so there's a decline there. And so I don't want it to be too close to the house where it's going to fall over. I don't want it to be too far away. And then based on how everything is laid out on my house, I want it up a certain distance along my siding. So what I did was I kind of figured out exactly how far out I wanted the trellis to stick out. So that was about 18 inches. And I figured that I wanted it about 82 inches high to fit the way we wanted it to. So I took those values, and those represent the legs of my right triangle. So I just plugged them in for A and B. So once I did that, this is pretty nice, being able to just solve for the C value. I don't have to move anything over to the other side of the equation. So when I do 18 squared plus 82 squared, that ends up being 7,048 if I'm just going by inches. And then in order to figure out what C value is, the length that I want my trellis to be, I would have to take the square root to get rid of the square here. So I take square root of 7,048, and I get just under 84 inches. So because, with this project, it doesn't have to be exact, I was able to take that, round it up to 84 inches. So then these legs on my trellis, the 2x2 boards that I bought, I was able to cut at 84 inches to make it fit exactly how I wanted it to.